listening to The Brett Davern Show, live daily on Adobe Radio.
So he says, it says, you can't fix the world if all you have is a hammer. It's this Frank Turner song, 1933.
The newest one from the Be More Kind
Yeah, there's
album.
just a line where he goes, you can't fix the world if all you have is a hammer. And the first time I heard that, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. He's saying you can't just go around like smashing things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to be productive. You have to also build. You can't just go around smashing things up, you know.
I think you also need more tools than just a hammer.
Well, yeah, I think that's what he's trying to say.
Sure.
So the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense to me. But then I was like, no, wait a second. It depends on who's holding the hammer. Because if you give me a hammer, I could totally fix the world if everyone else just becomes my nails. You know what I mean? I'll pound you all into submission because I'm the commander! It's the...
Good job, Brett.
Sorry, I was just used to doing it from yesterday. She's back, everybody. Get excited.
It's the Brett Davern Show!
Also, I just faked out Boy Wonder.
Brought to you by Adobe Radio in partnership with Nice Guy Digital. And recorded live in beautiful, freezing cold, I'm a wussy Californian, North Hollywood, California. On today's episode, get excited, everybody. It's Tool Tune Thursday. Everybody loves Tool Tune Thursday.
I can't even
It's a
talk.
tongue twister.
Tool Tune Thursday is going viral, Katie. The internet goes crazy every Thursday.
It's going viral?
Everyone's got BDS. There's no cure for BDS. It's viral. We're like a disease.
You're a disease.
Kevin.
Turn up the volume on your radio. We're having a party.
It's Home Alone, everybody.
It's the Leclercs show today.
Oh, boy.
My mom's sitting in studio with us, and we're going to call my brother. And Brett and Denny are going to discuss
We're going to master
civilly.
debate. We're going to master
I
debate.
couldn't say it. My mom's right there. I can't say that word.
What? We're both master debaters. I've been master debating since I was about probably 13.
Yeah?
Something like that.
Is that when you took your first speech and debate
I
class?
think I had my first master debate at about 13, yeah. I didn't even know what I was doing either. I just started and...
You all right over there? Let's get to the guy who's graduated high school 3 times.
That's me.
Your new best friend. Brett Davern!
Listen up, everybody. This is our show. I am the commander now.
Oh.
Thank you for
Maddie.
joining us live on Adobe Radio or subscribing on YouTube, TuneIn, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts. Also, thank you for helping spread the word about the show. Oh boy, so many people tweeting me screenshots of their own results to that personality test. And guess what, Katie? Not one of them tweeted me a screenshot of their results coming in as the commander.
You're one of a kind,
So you
Brett.
know what that means. There's only one, and you're listening to him. If you want to shout out a friend, shout at us or with us, you can call the show anytime, 1-888-99-IDOBI. Or you can email the show, bdsfans@adobe.com. Or if you want to join the conversation instantly, you can just put that address, bdsfans@adobe.com, into iMessage, where you usually enter a phone number, compose a text, and press send. It ends up on this iPad in front of me. Once again, that address is bdsfans@idobi.com. What should they send in this morning?
A top hat.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
Top
that's
hat's an option, right?
No, that's fine. I didn't have anything in my head anyway. I really didn't.
All right.
See, when you're the commander, Katie, you don't have to have things planned in advance. You can just come up with them in the moment and then command that thy will be done.
I see this.
All right. Lots of show to get to today. Master debating today on the show.
It's back.
I love that the YouTube algorithm can't understand that I'm saying master debating, and they flag every single one of these episodes as unclean. But
Well,
if you listen carefully...
Sometimes master debating is not clean. Sometimes
Well-
you guys yell at each other pretty hard.
Yeah. You just got to be careful where and when you master debate.
Yeah.
That's all. Be responsible, everybody. Okay. Lots of show to get to. Hello, Boy Wonder.
Hello, Brett.
And, wait, hold on. And, Madadocious.
I'm so sorry, Katie.
And should we just go around the room like that?
Are we not?
I don't know. I mean, I'm afraid to turn on her microphone because it's just it's firewalk, firewalk, firewalk. I'm waiting for it. All right, and Vicky Leclerc, very special guest Vicky Leclerc, sitting in on the show today,
Hello.
and Katie Leclerc.
It's National Be Humble Day, Brett.
No, it's not. It's National Margarita Day.
Is it both of those things?
It's Margarita Day. I don't know about the other one.
It's never Be Humble Day around the Brett Davern
Wow.
studio here.
Both
so
Vickies have so much in common they don't even know it. Both would rather celebrate Margarita Day than Be Humble Day.
which one would you rather celebrate,
Taking
Brett?
a cut of my own jib. What's that? You say it's Be Humble Day?
It's Be Humble Day.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What is it?
Be humble.
Sit down.
There you go. I was waiting.
It's the worst song ever.
You're going to tweets about that.
I don't like it. I feel like he's talking to me and it offends me.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what though, everybody? Oh, Tool Tune Thursday.
It's a good day.
Here it is. Get ready, everybody. This is I'm Gonna Be, parentheses 500 miles.
That's what everybody knows it as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this song. This is the Proclaimers. Turn up your radios. I command you!
Thank you for watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast version of The Brett Davern Show. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now, instead of this message and whatever song this is. Sometimes the rules just won't let us play real music on YouTube or the podcast. It's not a big deal. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a second.
Follow at Brett Davern Show on Instagram for behind-the-scenes pics of Brett, Katie, and their guests. Adobe Radio.
All right, so, Katie,
Talk to me.
I know you weren't here yesterday. You were enjoying a spa day or something.
I was. It was glorious.
A mandatory day off.
Yeah.
You know, the commander, your boss. He's an awfully nice commander
I
sometimes.
think it's cute that he thinks he's the boss.
Okay. Katie, I don't know if you heard, but I'm the commander.
I did hear that.
And people are really feeding it out there on Twitter. People are being like, "Hey, I woke up to listen to the commander this morning." So I think it's really taken off.
Yeah.
And you know, I just want you to know that.
Okay.
Wait, did you hear this? Were you listening?
I listened to the last 5 minutes of the show.
You're like, "No, I wasn't awake."
No, I didn't wake up.
So wait, you tuned in.
I tuned in for the results.
Please tell me that you tuned in just in time to hear me yelling, "I'm the commander," into the microphone.
Yes. That's exactly what happened. It was
I
like
love that
three
you're
questions
taking
and then the commander.
A
And then
peaceful morning off, just laying around. Oh, I can just picture the sun coming through the window. That music, you know, like what's that song? It's like a famous "Morning on the Farm." Somebody out there will find it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Sun rising.
Right.
You
coffee.
You
It's
okay?
good. Wrong pipe. We're good.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Listen.
You said bless you.
Anyway, so the sun's coming through the window. The morning music is playing. Katie, like a nice little stretch. Like, oh, that sleeping in was great. Let me see what's going on in the show. She rolls over, grabs her phone, turns it on. The little wheels going around. It's waiting to start up. And then as soon as it does start up, she hears, "I'm the commander! Call me the commander! I'm taking over!"
I want parades in my honor.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh no, what's happening?" Is that what happened?
Yes. Like exactly that. The music and everything.
Yeah. Now, you've taken this personality test before.
I have, yeah. Recently,
you
too.
informed
Like within
us.
the last 5 months.
And you came out as the protagonist. Mm-hmm. Which, it says below here, I'm reading.
Because I'm
from
the lead in
website.
everything I do.
Yeah, it says, your words can inspire freedom. You're a natural-born leader full of passion and charisma.
So you're an oppressive commander, and I free the people. I'm the resistance.
The protagonist only forms about 2% of the population. They're oftentimes our politicians, our coaches, our teachers, reaching out and inspiring others to achieve and do good in the world. Now, here's the thing.
Oh, man, I am amazing.
Katie, it's National Be Humble Day.
Oh, shoot. I'm going to have a margarita later. It's fine.
So, those are the things that you do. And what's interesting is that the description of the commander actually shares a lot of those traits. It's just that
Tell me more.
yours is, inspiring people to be good and blah, 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 boring. See, the commander one is like a leader, but like, you better do as I say. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was fun. It was fun to take the test. I do have to admit, though, like listening back to it yesterday, there was a couple of the questions that I was like, I should have been a little softer on that one. I think I might have still ended up the commander. Just maybe the percentages wouldn't have been as like extreme. You know what I mean?
You're an extreme command. So you're a dictator.
Well, see, I wasn't clicking the buttons. Maddie was clicking the buttons. I think she was giving me like strongly agree on a lot of them, which pushed my percentages really high. You know?
So you're a weak commander, is what you're saying.
Okay. It's talk like that that's going to keep this commander talk still going. Forcing me to prove my strength. It's more like, okay, like there were questions like, in an argument, would you rather be right or care about the other person or whatever, Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's both though. It's hard to answer both, but it's like, no, I want to be right, of course, but there is a certain point, especially now in my old age, where I'll like back off and be like, all right, fine, you can be right, even though you're wrong. Like that kind of thing, Mm-hmm. No?
Yeah, no, I think it's important to have both sides of it.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
when I was Boy Wonder's age, oh, forget it.
You're a little
I just want to
hot-headed.
be right. Oh, yeah. I'll just yell at you till you are either storm out of the room crying or admit that I'm right. But now that I'm older and I've calmed down a little bit,
You're very calm.
I'm more of a man of the people now.
Right.
Like, I'll be your commander, but I want to be like a man of the people, the people's champ, Rocky Balboa,
Right.
Yeah. I got a lot of Apollo Creed in me too, though, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else you wanted to talk about this the first segment? What else do you want to talk about?
Our Game of Thrones characters.
Oh, yeah, at the bottom of the personality test, it says you're Daenerys Targaryen. Mm-hmm. Did I get that right? Daenerys Targaryen? The mother dragons?
Yeah.
And but it doesn't say which one mine would be. But
It doesn't say it?
No, it doesn't say it. So I was just guessing, look, Jon Snow is the commander of the Night's Watch. Like, he's called, or he was. Or, wait, he is? Wait, no, hold on. No, now he's like Lord of the North or something like that. Ooh,
Was
by
he
the way,
ever the commander?
why didn't it just come out Lord? That would have been awesome. Lord of the North?
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that? That would have been cool.
It's just like a ripoff of Game of Thrones.
Oh, there's got to be
Your
some...
personality is Lord of the North. Your personality is Jon Snow.
Oh, there's got to be a Game of Thrones questionnaire out there. Which Game of Thrones character are you? You know what I mean?
Oh,
I'm
there's
sure
probably
there is.
700 of them.
BuzzFeed or whatever. But so he was the commander of the Night's Watch. So maybe I'm
He was
that.
called the commander? I don't remember.
Yeah, the commander, Lord Commander, the commander of the Night's Watch. That's when he... Well, I don't want... Spoiler alert. That's when he died and
I'm
he came back to life.
Daenerys, and you're Jon.
Yeah.
So I'm your aunt.
Well, that's the theory out there.
That's another spoiler alert.
Then again, maybe I'd be more like... maybe I'm more like... Joffrey.
Oh, you're definitely Joffrey.
You think so?
Joffrey is the dictator more than a commander.
Yeah. Joffrey would definitely want parades in his honor. See, that's the
Joffrey-
thing. Jon Snow is like commander, but he's also kind of humble about it, probably.
Do you know the weirdest part
That's
about
not
that
how
whole
I wanna
show?
be. What?
Is the breastfeeding lady? For her like 5-year-old. This is the weirdest part of the whole
What are
show.
you talking about?
When up in the sky and there's like a hole and like people get pushed through the hole.
You get thrown through the moon door.
Yeah, the moon door.
You know how I'm always saying I'm not a nerd?
Yeah. You are about Game of Thrones.
What? Are you trying to command me to go to break?
I am, because I am the boss of this show.
Not very protagonist of you.
Let's go.
I just think it's funny that it came out that you were the protagonist, but I think secretly you're a bit of the commander.
No.
Just saying. Oh, okay. Tool Tune Thursday rolls on. This is a good one. And then on the other side of this, we're having a master debate, right?
Yep.
Having a master debate with the master debater.
Yep.
Master debating all over the place with the master debater. Master debating about everything. I wonder when the first time he master debated was. We'll have to ask.
You told me to wait, but I can't. You're not going to say... Thank you for watching on YouTube or for listening to the podcast version of our show. We love you. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now instead of this message. Sometimes rules don't allow us to play that kind of stuff on YouTube or on the podcast. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a few seconds.
You're listening to The Brett Davern Show, featuring Katie Leclerc on Adobe Radio.
Turn down the lights. Pump up the volume. Time for a raging, rock hard music debate with the musical master debaters, Brett and Denny.
I hate it so much. And now my mom has to listen to it too. So thanks for that, Brett.
You know, someday I'm going to tell the world, Katie, that you're the one that made that.
Yeah,
Denny,
it's a lie.
are you on the phone?
I'm on the phone. How's it going, guys?
The master debater, back for more punishment. You know, I'm going to win one of these eventually, Katie, because I was listening back to a few of them, and I think that I won some of them.
No way.
Yes, some of them are under protest.
You're so wrong.
I'm sending the tape into the league office. Denny,
Hey.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Earlier on the show, I was talking about, master debating and how it's a real passion of mine. And I was wondering, how old were you when you had your first master debate?
Oh, I saved myself for you. You were my first one.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. What a nice boy. That's nice.
Yeah.
No, not me. I started master debating at 13 and I haven't stopped.
He's so uncomfortable right now.
He's so uncomfortable with Vicky Leclerc sitting in the studio.
Yeah. By the way, hi, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's just get to it. Let's get to the debate. So if you haven't listened to the show before, or if you're new to our funny little program or silly little program, however you want to think about it, the musical master debate is basically Katie's brother Denny is a bit of a musical nerd.
He's a nerd.
Yeah, he knows way too much about music. He knows more about music than I've forgotten about music, and so we like to call him up and then debate a topic. And I have no idea what we're going to debate. We do this all in the moment.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun.
You know what?
And,
that
what?
brings up a good point.
What?
I love talking about music, and as far as I see, everybody's getting their own show here on Adobe with Nice Guy Digital. When am I getting my show?
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
It's time. I've been debating with Master debating.
Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all,
He's been on the show since October.
the rails are really coming off this thing. I announced that I'm the commander, and now everyone just wants a piece. You know what I mean? Everyone just wants to command. Listen, I'm the commander, but here's the thing. Oh, man, he really wants this. All right, first of all, the Leclercs, you guys, insatiable. I talk about Firewalk off the I-10, Huebner Oaks Shopping Center, all the time. Go in, stop in for the free wontons. Mention the Brett Davern Show, you get free wontons. I got in trouble for saying egg rolls. They want it to be wontons. So anyway.
I've given away way too many egg rolls on your behalf.
And now the Master Debater wants his own show. I don't know. We'll think about it. How's that? We'll try to figure something out.
I think we should do it.
Oh my gosh!
I think he's earned it. He's
Nice
been
Guy
on since
Digital's
October.
already got 3 shows on this network. You want another one?
How about we have a little bet? If I win today, I get a show.
I like this.
If you win, you can put it off.
All right, now here's the thing. I don't get a vote. All right, fine. I'm putting my Master Debating tube socks on, and I'm gonna go for this. Here we go.
All right, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Today we're
fine. It's a bet.
Oh, shaking on it.
Go.
Today we are going to debate what artist we lost before his or her time.
Oh.
So, like a band that broke up because someone passed away, or an individual artist, or any variation of that thing. Denny,
Yeah, I got mine.
you got yours?
Yep.
Okay.
And then
you
give
go
me
first,
and then give me a song you want to play by that person, like the best example of them.
Okay.
Like my favorite song?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, this is hard.
The
Okay.
king of reggae, Bob Marley. My favorite song, I love that song.
Is what?
Waiting in Vain.
Okay. Why?
What do you got, Brett?
That's what you go with, Bob Marley?
Bob Marley.
Before his time? Give me a break. This is so easy. Good luck, buddy. You're never getting your own show on this radio station. Okay, check this out.
Denny, what do you got?
He just said Bob Marley. He sounds
Okay.
fine.
The reasons why.
Okay, yeah, why? Why?
Let me ask you a question, and give me an honest answer. So when I say, tell me, your favorite reggae artist, the first thing that you're going to think of is Bob Marley.
Yeah,
There's
it's
not
the
even
only
anything
one that
up in
anyone
it for
can
that.
think of. It's the only reggae
That's
artist
not
that
true.
anyone knows.
That's not true. 3 weeks ago, you asked me to name 10, and I could
What,
right off the top.
Shaggy?
It's because my brother is amazing. That's why I can name 10.
Very fantastic. Listen.
No, Denny, what
No.
else he gets his turn.
Excuse
He
me.
gets his turn.
Okay, so Bob Marley brought reggae internationally. I mean, before, it was just like a Jamaican subculture, for us. But he brought it over here. He made it popular.
All right.
And he died before I even had my first birthday.
Wow, really?
Before his time. Well, that's
Yeah,
before my time.
but guess what?
Yeah.
He died way after he had plenty of time to do a lot of things and have a lot of great songs. The question was, who died before their time?
Wait, okay.
Listen,
Wait. I got another question
I'm
for
going to
you.
mute him. Listen. Turn this off, first of all. I can't even concentrate. I love Bob Marley, but I can't concentrate during that. All right, listen. It's a good, I love Bob Marley, okay? But
Yeah, of course you do.
the
He's the
artist
best.
who died before his time, before we got to, when we only had a taste of what his career could be, we never got to realize his full potential, which is the spirit of the question, is... Now, this is old school, Katie, so people are going to have to stick with me. You ready to type into Spotify?
Yeah.
Richie Valens, La Bamba, 17 years old, dies in a plane crash, only got to have one song out there, but that song was huge. Took over the world. Great movie, Lou Diamond Phillips, by the way.
This is not what I thought you were going to go with.
No, because the question is
go
before
ahead.
their time, and this is the thing. I go with the question, Katie. You said before their time, and the thing is with Richie Valens, 17 years old he dies. 17. But this is the song he puts out there. It's amazing. Everybody loves it. The world goes crazy. Not to mention, in a time when there was no music like this on the radio at all. None. He's coming straight out of Southern California with a sweet guitar lick and some Spanish, and everyone's loving it. Oh, everyone later, Ricky Martin, living La Vida Loca. Hell no, Ricky, get out of here. Richie was here a long time ago. And then he dies at 17. We have no idea what he could have done.
Okay.
Richie Valens
Let me get rid
died
of one of
way
your
before his
voices.
time. Now,
You
the
said
other
you
people
brought the music.
I'm talking over.
No.
Listen, the other people I had in my brain, Otis Redding, and Buddy Holly. But Buddy Holly, a lot of big hits, though, before he went out. The day the music died. A lot of big hits before he went out. Otis Redding, sitting on the dock of the bay. A lot of good stuff, too. Also died in a plane crash. A lot of people died in a plane crash. Not good, by the way. Leonard Skinner, too. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Anyway, Richie Valens, because the question was, died before their time, and my point is, we will never know what he could have done with the rest of his career.
All right, Denny, this is your 30-second warning. I'm putting on my favorite Bob Marley song.
Okay. Well, okay. So let me clarify before it's time. I'm thinking, I take that as not who's the youngest person who died, because that's a different way to ask the question. Of course, he's the youngest artist to die that everybody knows, but before his time, I don't think he had the musical potential that Bob Marley had.
Wow.
He had much more to bring to the people.
Yeah.
And let me say this about Bob Marley. Everybody has a Bob Marley CD, I'm sure. I'm sure you guys have one. Everybody has Legend, which is nothing but a greatest hits album. You know, he was just becoming popular over here, and nobody even has his other records, unless you're like a real reggae fan. Everybody just has his greatest hits. He was just putting out stuff for everybody.
How did he die?
And it's amazing. That whole album is amazing.
Yeah, it is. How did he die?
You keeping track of 30 seconds here? This feels way longer than 30 seconds.
And you know what? I got another point. Reggae is in his blood, literally. You have Ziggy and Damien and Steven and Kaimani. All his kids are reggae stars. All of them.
I wish you could see Brett's face right now.
That's so not the question.
True.
All right.
I'm guessing his face
That is
shocked.
so much more than 30 seconds. Are you kidding me? Really?
All right.
Yeah.
Is he done? Do I get my 30 seconds?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. I didn't say youngest to die. The question is before their time, and the point is that Bob Marley, he sort of had his time. Everybody knew who he was. He had a bunch of good songs out there. Like, we got a real taste of who he's going to be, and he was going to be that going forward, and he's awesome. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying he would have put out more just great stuff. We never got to know. Richie Valens could sing so good. Turn this one up. This is another one. Great voice. Revolutionary, by the way, for his day. And let's not... I think you guys are passing that part off. There was no one like him on the radio, or no one like him in... He's coming into, white America's radios as this, like, Latin... What am I trying to... He was bringing a Latin vibe to white America, getting them out of their seats and dancing. And I'm sorry that it's a little old for our audience to figure that out.
All right.
Also, I should get some credit for pulling out Richie Valens, by the way, off the top of my head.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good pull.
Some bonus points for that.
Not good enough, but it was.
I'm just saying, in the history of rock and roll, Richie Valens is very important.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the thing. This is the hardest. This is the hardest debate that I've had to judge.
Well, Katie, sometimes I master debate hard.
And that's why you lose. That comment right there is the reason that you lose.
No, first of all, you have to take a vote. Hold on. Don't you
I'll
yell so they can all hear me. Listen. You always do this at the end of the debate. This is not the rules. The rules are we go around the room and vote. All right. You always just try to your personality test said protagonist, not the decider. All right. So we got to go around the room and vote. Let's do it fair.
All right, Boy Wonder.
Now you guys don't mess with me. You better not mess with me. Now in the spirit of the debate, Boy Wonder, what say you?
I say that you should unmute me first. And I say, I think you master debated a little too hard and a little too long today. Valiant effort. Valiant effort.
All right.
Yeah. But what's your vote?
We got to give it to Denny.
Oh.
We got to.
All right.
Matadocious?
Good effort. Hashtag Team Denny.
Hey.
Oh, wait, sorry. Go ahead.
Hashtag Team Denny.
No, what? Well, we know where Vicky Leclerc's going.
Oh, no, I think Richie was
Boom!
Very good. But Denny needs his own show. Denny, you got it.
Oh, what?
And it is a sweep. Denny is the winner yet
voted for
again.
Denny,
It was hard. That was a hard one for me, yeah. But no, Denny wins.
In a room with 4 votes, one of you could have voted for the commander. You know what, though? I want to say something. I said, Richie Valens, you should see in your mom's face. She was like, whoa, impressive poll.
Yeah, it was good.
It was a good poll. That's what I'm saying.
Not
It was
quite good enough, but good.
Just saying, in the spirit of the question, a guy who was only able to get like one song. Oh, that second song you played too is pretty popular as well. But like one album out there, you know what I mean? Like just, he was 17.
Yeah.
He's a heartthrob. Like he's incredibly good looking. Like girls loved him. Guys wanted to be him. But also, and seriously, like his ethnic heritage like comes into play here. Like there was nothing like
So
that
does Bob
at
Marley's.
the time. Well, no, I know, but Bob Marley's like later though. I'm saying like, well, yeah, all right, fine. Jamaican, yeah, sure. There weren't, yeah, of course. That's true. That's a good point. It's a good point.
all right. Denny, I love you.
Yeah.
I'm excited for
love
your
you.
new show coming to Adobe Radio.
No,
Nice Guy
now I
Digital.
have to produce another show. All right. Well, maybe that's how we could determine if his show stays on the air.
Is if he wins more debates?
Keep winning debates. All right. Play the outro.
All right. Love you, Den.
Love you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
What a steamy back and forth. Don't worry. They'll be back next week with more to debate.
Thank you for watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast version of The Brett Davern Show. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now, instead of this message and whatever song this is. Sometimes the rules just won't let us play real music on YouTube or the podcast. It's not a big deal. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a second.
Adobe Radio. Got something to say? Send Brett a text right now with iMessage. Text message BDS fans at adobe.com. You're listening to The Brett Davern Show.
A lot of texts about the debate right now. 816 texts in, Brett wins.
Of course.
920 texts in, Brett wins. 425 texts in, John Denver. By the way, that's my Vicky.
The Vickies.
Yeah, that's my Vicky with John Denver. Look, Mom, John Denver's great. I mean, it's a bit ironic that he actually left on a jet plane. I'm not sure if it was a jet, actually. It might have been a prop plane.
That's uncomfortable.
Anyway, but see, the point is like John Denver, yeah, of course, and super sad that he died early in his life. But in terms of career, I mean, yeah, you know, he had a ton of career before that. I mean, like, you know, John Denver at one point was like outselling the Beatles. Like,
That's crazy.
In the folk music craze of the sort of late 60s, 70s, that sort of Peter, Paul and Mary, Bob Dylan, Donovan, John Denver. You want any more obscure old musical artists today?
Boy Wonder's just going to have to look them all up for the YouTube video.
I've got them. I could tell you about them. Yeah, look, I think the point is like there's plenty of people who die early in their life, you know, and like that's a sad thing. But I thought the spirit of the question was that we didn't get to see their true potential. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Jimi Hendrix died early, but we got a lot of Jimi Hendrix, and I think we all can agree that Jimi Hendrix was like amazing, and he showed that, and we would have just kept showing that, which is amazing. Sure. But like, it's not, you know, I mean, you're Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
You can't out Jimi Hendrix. Well, then again, maybe you could have. I don't know.
I was going to, in the setup for the debate, I was going to say, it's Kurt Cobain's birthday this week.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reason that debate came into my brain. And I pulled up Nirvana because you're the
Kurt,
Seattle boy.
Yeah, well, no, totally. And, like, Kurt, like, big ups. Like, rest in peace, my brother. But, like, a lot of good albums before that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
What? What'd I say?
Nothing. No, I was waiting for you to talk about how people reach their full potential.
Oh, well, that's the thing. I don't, not about Kurt, but like, I think there's a few of these music artists, that die early where it's like, I'm not saying it's a good thing they went out early. Obviously, the loss of life is always bad, but it's just that like a lot of people are like, oh man, like what that person could have given us, and it's like, maybe they kind of already gave us everything they had, and you look back at them with this like fondness and like reverence, but like really, like maybe they wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Like, listen. There is something too going out early a little bit.
Well,
sometimes.
that's what
you live in infamy in this like legendary.
We'll never
cult
see
status, like James Dean or something. What?
Thank you for that.
What?
That's what I was gonna say. You'll never see fat old James Dean.
Yeah, exactly. He's always going to be young, good looking. He's that famous picture from Giant with the cowboy hat on, with his boots up on the
cigarettes in his arm sleeve.
Yeah, totally. Always going to look cool. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm going out next week.
You're gonna.
Whoa, now that would be really weird.
That's dark. That's dark, Brett.
Somebody save that tape. Whoa, that'd be weird. Now I'm very uncomfortable. Oh, no. It's like staring into the face of the Grim Reaper.
Oh, boy.
Speaking of someone taking me out, though, I did almost get taken out yesterday on the way to the studio. You want to talk about something else? Should we switch the subject? You want to talk about something completely different? So I was driving to the studio, and I was just on the street like that leads to the freeway by our house, and it's like kind of a wide open street. There's not a lot of stoplights, and people really do go fast.
They fly down that street.
Fly down that street. It's like a 2 lanes on each side with a middle lane, so it's a pretty wide street. It's not like a narrow street or anything, but people really do go fast. They're like. Anyway, so I'm driving there, and the speed limit on that street I think is 45, and I was probably going like 50, but like nothing crazy. And I'm kind of out there all by myself because it's like 5:30 in the morning,
Sure.
And all of a sudden these like headlights start coming from behind me because one of the stoplights behind me, it must have just turned green or something. So it's like a little group of cars, and so they kind of like catch up to me, and there's me and another car beside me. We're both going the same direction, and we're both going about the same speed. So he's like right next to me, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, there's these headlights that are zooming up behind us at a pretty good clip, and there's nowhere for this person to go because there's me and a car right next to me, and I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? I'm not just gonna go faster. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like.
Yeah.
And so, and I'm already going like 50, so I'm already above it anyway. And I've seen cops sitting there early in the morning. I'm like, I don't want a ticket,
Yeah.
So this person's like flying up behind us, and then they like get up right behind me, and there's a few people behind them. So now it's kind of congested, and they do this move where they like almost change lanes and hit someone, but then don't and swerve back into the lane. And I'm like, geez, what is this person doing? And then they're behind me, and they're like flashing their lights, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like. So I was like, maybe they're having a baby, and like, maybe there's an emergency, So I literally like just moved to the left, like into the center left lane, just like got out of their way, and then they like went flying past it was like a BMW SUV.
Was there 2 people in the car?
I couldn't tell. I mean, they went by so fast. I was just like, oh my gosh. So then, but like. When I say behind me, I mean, you couldn't see their headlights when they got behind me. Like, it disappeared. Like, they're that close off the back bumper. You couldn't see it in the rearview mirror. So, like, geez. So I just kind of get out of the way, and they zoom past. I'm like, oh, my God. And then I was like, I'm by myself, and I'm a professional race car driver. I'm going to follow this person.
Have you won any races?
Oh, yeah. I won the Long Beach Grand Prix. Did I ever tell you that? I came in second the first year, won it the second year, and then had car trouble the third and fourth year. Anyway, it's a long story. But anyway, they give you a certificate at the end that says, like, you've passed this training course, and also when you win it, you get to come back as a pro. So I'm basically a professional race car driver. So I was like, because I noticed that they, like, zoomed past me and then got right onto the freeway the same direction I was going. So I was like, I'm just going to see what's up.
Okay.
So I just zoom after them, right? Having a little fun, too. I was by myself. Why not? So we like go around the loop-de-loo to get on the freeway, and then they get on the freeway. They're flooring it. I'm flooring it. It's kind of fun. Super fun, by the way. Don't try this unless you're a commander and a professional race car driver.
Both of those things.
So, but then they like get into traffic on the freeway a little bit and like slow down and are driving completely normal. And so I'm like, there's no emergency. They were just being a jerk, you know? And then I'm like, I got to see who this person is.
Yeah.
So then I get like, I go into the lane to the left of them and then get up next to them to see who it is. And it's Kim Kardashian.
No, it's not.
No, I'm completely kidding. I had you, though.
No.
No, I get up beside
She doesn't come
him.
from that direction.
Yeah, Hidden Hills, Calabasas.
She comes, well, no, that's not the street you were talking about.
Well, yeah, no, the first street. Oh, yeah, you're right. But still that direction. They live out there.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't Kim. It was Kanye. No, it wasn't any of them. It was just like an older guy with like glasses on, like late 50s, just by himself in the car. And then, like I said, we got on the freeway and he started going kind of normally, but then was still making some questionable like lane changes. Just kind of a jerk. Like he was just a jerk.
My favorite,
like a bad driver. Wait, hold on. Before you do that though. Well, I remember what you were going to do though. I don't want to throw you off, but my question out there is, like, what am I supposed to do in that situation, right? Like this guy, he literally ran me off the road.
Right.
You know I hate the use of the word literally.
I know.
Because people use it wrong and for everything. But I literally had to go in the other lane because he was going to hit the back of the car, right? Like, a danger to society.
Sure.
How come the cops always catch me doing something that's, like, not bad? Like the right turn I made downtown. I told the story on the show, which like was just an honest mistake. They always catch me doing that, and it was like no danger at all. And then they give me an expensive ticket, make me go downtown to the courthouse and all this stuff. And this guy is running people off the road, and there's never a cop around when that kind of stuff happens.
Yeah.
I wrote down his license plate number, but I'm not going to do anything with it. But like, do you call and like report that? Do you tattletale? Because he's going to cause an accident someday. This guy. What do you do? What am I supposed to do? Well, give me your opinion. What am I supposed to do? Nothing?
I would probably not do anything.
Well, I'm not going to do anything, but I mean, what, like, as a society, what are we supposed to do with these things?
The other day, we were driving to the studio, and for 30 minutes, we watched this person drive like a maniac. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
They were making crazy lane changes with no room.
This person we were watching was like clearly on something.
He was, we said pills probably.
Medicated in some way. Well, it was like 11 a.m.
Yeah.
But we were driving back from the studio, I think.
No, it was one day where we came in late.
Oh, okay, yeah, whatever.
Anyway.
The sun was out.
Yeah, that's how we made
it was,
the distinction.
But it was like 11 o'clock in the morning. They were either drunk, because like their car was like veering into the other lane, then getting back really quickly.
Yeah.
Like it was that like just...
It was that scene in
bad.
Wolf of Wall Street where he
was-
thinks he's driving fine and then he sees his car the next day and it's like a total disaster.
Totally, yeah.
So he was on Quaaludes.
Yeah, this person was really messed up on something.
It was really bad.
They weren't just an aggressive driver.
Yeah. But what happened, Brett?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So we saw this person swerving and all that, like we're saying. And then from behind all of us came this, like,
Jeep.
SUV. Yeah, it was like a Jeep Grand Cherokee or something. And, like, flew up and got right behind the guy.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, maybe they, like, know each other?
Or we thought it was
And
an
then I
off-duty
like,
cop.
Oh, maybe, yeah, exactly. Maybe it's someone. And then the Jeep managed to get in front of the person, who the person was, by the way, all the way in the left-hand lane, so against the Jersey wall. Mm-hmm. And
there was a car between them.
Right. The Jeep was 2 cars up. Just started to slow down, and then came to just a complete stop on the freeway. And then we saw the guy get out of the Jeep and just start walking back, like he was going to take care of the guy.
Yeah. Because the guy was going to kill someone. Like he was driving really fast. He was swerving a lot.
Yeah.
He had problems. But instead of calling the cops, because the cops are never going to catch up to a driver on the road.
Too. We don't know.
Dan has something to say.
He could have called the cops too. We don't know that.
He could have.
And he could have been an off-duty cop too. We don't know that either. Yeah, Boy Wonder?
Well, I was going to say that you can call and report it. Like there's probably a state number, like star 86 or whatever, because when I was home in New Jersey over the break, I'll make it really quick. I saw someone driving.
I never am.
I was with my dad late at night driving home, and there was a drunk driver obviously right in front of us. And he was speeding and happened to get way in front of us. So I just gave them the car description, and literally within 30 seconds, luckily we were right next to like state police headquarters, like within a mile. But within I would say 2 miles, the guy was pulled over on the side of the road by a cop. had his bumper torn off.
Oh,
so
wow.
within those 2 miles had gotten into an accident
Ah.
and then pulled over by the
Yeah.
police.
Yeah,
really
I don't
quickly,
know.
but-
I mean, maybe I should have called something. I don't know, but
I feel like they're
especially-
never that responsive.
Well, that's
though.
what I was gonna say. Like, especially here in LA, we're kind of conditioned to like they're not gonna do anything anyway. So it just makes the public just go kind of like, what's the point? But then that bothers me because then I start thinking like, no, there is a point. Like this person's like running people off the road. You
Yeah.
know. Plus, I got total physical description of the guy. You know, like I could have picked that guy out of a lineup. I still could. But it's just kind of not that he's like going to be hauled downtown or something, but like, you know, I don't know. It's just one of those moments where I got really frustrated as a citizen, where I was just like, here's a person that's clearly dangerous and doing something wrong, and I'd love to be able to do something about it, but I feel like there's nothing that can be done about it. It was a frustrating situation, and then also, you know, to be the commander on top of it and to feel powerless, it's a hard thing. All right, after today, if I call myself the commander, we have to come up with some sort of punishment.
You're volunteering yourself for that?
As the commander, I'm commanding you to command me to not say the commander anymore.
How about this? I command you to end the show.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, but I'm also kind of the rebel, Katie. I'm also kind of the rebel, and I don't like authority. Oh, that's weird. I have a problem with authority, but I am the authority. Oh, no.
Identity crisis.
Oh, no! All right. Well, I hope everybody out there enjoyed Tool Tune Thursday. And I hope everybody out there understands that I actually won the debate. But now we're going to have to come up with some sort of radio show for Denny. That's all right. The people are supporting Nice Guy Digital out there. Ooh! Speaking of which, before you do hit the button, tonight, episode number 2 of For Real, Though, starring Katie Leclerc, Jillian Rose Reed, and Bianca Bethune.
Bethune.
I know, but she likes the way I say it.
Yeah, she does.
So I'm going to keep saying it that way.
All right.
The ladies of For Real, Though, hit the airwaves again tonight, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Right here on iDoby Radio, we'll be tweeting links and all those kinds of things. You want to tune in live, but if you miss it live, they are now on the podcast app. The ladies of the For Real Though show are on the podcast app on iTunes and everywhere you want to get podcasts. So go find them. Search For Real Though. Though is spelled THO. Search For Real Though. Click subscribe. You'll be happy you did. And tonight, by the way, is the episode that made me blush 1,000 times while listening to them record it and pull at my collar and get very uncomfortable and fidgety the entire time that they were talking. You do not want to miss what these ladies were talking about.
And then listen to Fish right after.
That's right. And then Gone Fishkin. Oh, lots of good stuff on iDoby. Nice Guy Digital shows. I like it. We got 3 right now. Mm-hmm. This show, Pruner TV, and For Real Though. And now we're adding a 4th, apparently.
Yay, Denny.
Do you think we have to go talk to the people upstairs about that, or should we just do it?
I think they'd appreciate it if we talked to them.
I got a problem with authority, Katie. That's a wrap, everybody, on another edition of the Brett Davern Show. Thank you for listening live on iDoby Radio, subscribing on YouTube, or listening wherever you get your podcasts. If you like what you heard, just tell friends, people.
Tell them.
Just go up to your friend and be like, oh my gosh, you guys, you have to listen to this radio show. They're so unfair to the host. He made the greatest arguments in the world and clearly won this debate, but they still gave it to the other guy. That's all you got to do. And they'll be like, well, what was the argument he was making? Well, he was talking about Richie Valens. And then they'll go, who? I don't know. It's got something to do with Ricky Martin. Say goodbye, Producer Katie.
Goodbye.
Producer Katie Leclerc is on Twitter and Instagram at Katie Leclerc. If you don't know how to spell it by now, you're out of luck. I'm not going to tell you.
There were 3 Leclercs on the show today.
3 Leclercs on the show. 3 Leclercs lurking all over the place. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at BDav. You should know how to spell that too. You can follow the show on any social media, including Facebook at Brett Davern Show. That's spelled BRETTDAVERNSHOW. You can go to iDoby.com for archived episodes, photos, and much, much more. Today's guest, Vicky Leclerc,
Who we barely talked to.
can be found at Firewalk off the I-10. in the Heavener Oaks Shopping Center. Walk right in and mention the Brett Davern Show and get free wontons. But I think if you massage the master debater correctly, you can get the egg rolls out of him. I think so.
Depends on if the big boss is there or not.
Yeah. All the Leclercs at Firewalk. Apparently, Katie Leclerc has her own wall there where there's lots of pictures of her. Oh, by the way, I will send something great to anyone who goes into Firewalk and takes a selfie of themselves in front of that wall. The first person to do it, I'm sending prizes. What do you think is that? What was that worth? A fresh 20?
No.
All right, I'll send you a fresh 20 in the mail. What, 20 bucks?
You're welcome, Jonathan Garza.
For Katie and Boy Wonder and Matadocious and Vicky Leclerc and everybody who was on my side in the debate from the 920 and the 425 and the 44 and the 816 and the 413 and the 920 and the 310.
All those people are on your side?
Everybody who sent in top hats and everybody who on Twitter who's on my side.
And Denny. You skipped him.
Did I? Huh. I'm Brett. And I'm reminding all of you to be kind and don't run people off the road. Take care of each other, everybody. That was our show. We will see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody who left us before their time. Norma Jean, that's Marilyn Monroe. Buddy Holly, James Dean, Kurt Cobain, Otis Redding. Who else? A lot of people. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Sublime. Bradley something.
Too many guys. Chris Cornell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Come on, everybody. It's precious. Treat it as such. Goodbye.
That's it for the Brett Davern Show today. But don't worry, they'll be back tomorrow on Adobe Radio Live, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific.